This is Boa Hancock's ship. And right now, me and the Boa sisters are on our way back to Mobius, along with the rest of the Kuja pirates. It's gonna be a long trip. The reason why that we're traveling by ship is because my instant transmission isn't working for some reason. But I heard that the quickest way back to Mobius is by ship. So here we are, setting sail. It's gonna be a while until we make it back, but it will be fine. As we speak, me, Boa Hancock, Boa Sonia, and Boa Marigold are sitting in Boa Hancock's cabin, and we're just sitting back, chilling, and they're feeding me grapes while I continue my stories of Mobius. And for today, I'm gonna tell them all about my villains. Man, those were some delicious grapes.
I'm glad you like them. Yeah, I grew them myself.
Wow, Sonia, you are really, really talented.
Thank you. Yeah, you would not believe what kind of fruits and vegetables we had over at Amazon Lily.
Yeah, I can believe that, because I've been munching on bananas all day. Just call me a monkey. But anyway, Sonia, Marigold, this is going to be your first time going to Mobius, so I really do hope that you enjoy it.
You really do like Mobius a whole lot.
Yeah, I have to go there to protect it.
Yeah, from your villains.
Yeah. Because trust me, there's a lot of people out there who either want to destroy Mobius or take it over.
Really?
Sure. Well, there are lots of villains out there that me and my brother Sonic and all of our friends been dealing with.
Like who? Can you tell us about your villains? So maybe we can help you next time they attack.
I think that might be wise, just so that way you guys can know what you're up against next time when I need some help. After all, besides, what Sonic villain can handle two giant snake women over here?
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, we are pretty powerful.
I mean, I faced off against you two in training, and I'm not gonna lie, you two are definitely strong. But anyway, let me tell you about some of our villains. Some of our villains are definitely really dangerous, and some of them are just plain pathetic. But there is one villain that me and Sonic did have a hard time trying to face off against.
Oh, really? And who would that be?
That would be this guy, Metal Sonic.
Metal Sonic? Wait, correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought Sonic was your brother.
Oh, he is. It's just that Metal Sonic, he was created to be a rival for Sonic. A more powerful version of him. You see, he was created by Dr. Eggman. I told you about him. Basically, he created him to compete against Sonic. Metal Sonic was created to be the hedgehog killing machine. But, however, he's always getting his ass handed to him multiple different times. Me and Sonic always kicked his metal butt.
So, what the heck can he do?
Well, there's been multiple different times where he has actually succeeded in multiple different things. Like, there was the time where he, tried to take over as Eggman, using his shape-shifting abilities, and, not to mention, he also copied our powers. You see, that's one thing that Metal Sonic does. He sometimes copies our powers. And the more powers he gets, the more stronger he becomes. It's pretty insane. But you don't have to worry about Metal Sonic anymore. He's actually a good guy now.
Really?
Yeah, he's actually a good guy. You see, thanks to a little bit of reprogramming, Metal Sonic, he's actually a good guy. Because you see, do you know what Eggman does whenever a robot fails him?
What?
He scraps them.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so you would not imagine what type of pain Metal Sonic would be in if he got scrapped. And trust me, there's been multiple different times where Metal Sonic did get scrapped. But luckily, Eggman, he did actually create him to be his hedgehog killing machine. So he's his go-to robot. So that's why he's always rebuilding him a whole lot. more stronger and more powerful. But it's crazy. So yeah, that's Metal Sonic.
Who's that? And why does he look like water?
That right there is Chaos. I told you about him. Chaos, he's basically the god of destruction in our universe. You see, he was supposed to be the guardian of the Master Emerald. Well, one of the guardians of the Master Emerald, along with one of my good friends, Tikal. You see, basically, he was just asleep in the Master Emerald. But thanks to Eggman wanting to harness his power, he woke him up. And let me just tell you, Chaos was really, really pissed off. And so basically what happened is that he basically wanted to destroy everything.
Well, did you manage to defeat him?
Yeah, we managed to defeat him at the very last minute. Because you see, while he was out, he was collecting all 7 Chaos Emeralds to get stronger. And which every Chaos Emerald that he absorbs, he gets stronger. It's pretty insane. It's pretty crazy. With every Chaos Emerald, he gets stronger. It's pretty scary. What's really scary is his perfect form.
Perfect form?
Yeah, that's when he transforms into like this huge water monster with tentacles. It's just horrible. Luckily, me and my brother Sonic, we actually took care of him. Because you see, he used negative chaos energy to be strong. But me and Sonic, we used the positive energy of the Chaos Emerald to defeat him. See that little pink spot right there? That's his weak spot. Me and Sonic hit that, and he is going down. And soon he actually felt a whole lot better now that he got defeated. And he was filled with positive chaos energy again. Because, thanks to Eggman, he was just filled with rage and negativity. So, now, thanks to me and Sonic giving him some positive chaos energy, after hitting him a whole bunch of time using the Chaos Emeralds, everything's all good now. Right now, he's at Angel Island with Tikal. Helping my friend Knuckles guard the Master Emerald. He's actually a really great guardian. Every so often. But yeah, Chaos, he's actually good now.
Well, that's good to hear. I can't believe you're actually friends with a god of destruction.
Trust me, I'm definitely friends with a lot of gods.
Wait, who's that? He looks like you, but red and black.
That right there is Shadow the Hedgehog, the ultimate life form, so to claim. You see, 50 years ago, he was created to cure diseases, especially his creator's granddaughter, Maria. But then tragedy struck. Maria got shot, and Shadow, he swore revenge on all humanity. So he wanted to destroy the place. So 50 years later, he was woken up by Eggman, who wanted to use Shadow to destroy the world, using the space colony arc that's floating up in space and the Eclipse Cannon that's powered by the 7 Chaos Emeralds. So, Eggman used Shadow to collect all 7 Chaos Emeralds. Luckily, and let me just tell you, when Shadow first came around, that was insane.
How?
Because you see, when Shadow first came around, everybody mistook him for my brother. Everybody mistook my brother Sonic for him.
Well, he does kind of look like Sonic a little bit.
Yeah, back in the day, those people were stupid. I mean, they couldn't even tell the difference between a blue hedgehog and a black hedgehog. They could not tell the difference. Anyway, so yeah, Sonic and Shadow, they have a bit of a rivalry going on to see who's the better hedgehog or who's the fastest hedgehog. Heck, even sometimes they call each other Faker.
Faker?
Yeah, because you see, Sonic, he's all natural when it comes to his speed. And as for Shadow, he has to use hover boots in order to run fast.
That is sort of cheating a little bit.
Well, tell that to Shadow. But anyway, Shadow, yeah, he's actually one of our allies now. after when me and Sonic beat the crap out of him, and he's been reminded to protect humanity, not destroy it. Because, believe it or not, he thought that's what Maria wanted. But nope, with Maria's last dying breath, she told Shadow to protect humanity. So he actually is an ally. He actually got a job working at a special agency called the GUN, and he's actually the leader of Team Dark, alongside me. It's actually pretty good. So, yeah. Shadow, you don't have to worry about him. He's actually a really cool guy. And to quote Shadow, he claims he's the coolest.
Okay, that's a little bit something. Yeah, I mean, Shadow, he does seem like a really cool guy. But what's that he's holding?
It's a gun. Believe it or not, Shadow, he's sort of like a Sonic that not that many people would want to see. So, yeah, he's basically a bad version of Sonic, or not a bad version of Sonic. He's basically just let's just say Sonic with a gun, because Sonic, he doesn't like using guns. So when Shadow was created, he developed edginess, and so he actually decided to start using guns. He's decided to start using guns. It's definitely something. I mean, he's one of the many, many people out there who like using guns. Who really like using guns. Me, I'm all natural. I like using my speed. So does Sonic. And lots of our other friends like using our natural abilities. Sometimes they like using weapons. Other times they like using their natural abilities. But yeah, Shadow, he's like one of the many people who knows how to use a weapon. A weapon with firearms. It's pretty crazy.
Quite interesting.
Yeah, he is quite interesting.
Whoa, who's this group?
That is the Deadly Six, a group of Zeti. They come from the Lost Hex. It's basically a lost world up in the sky. And let me just tell you, not that many people visited there. Anyway, these guys are called Zeti. They're the creatures that live up there. And they all have really, really interesting abilities and personalities. The leader right there, the red one, that's Zavok. Me and Sonic, we had to deal with him on multiple different occasions. Not just on the Lost World. We had to deal with him on multiple different occasions. Zavok, he is just the worst. Over there, right next to him, the pink one, his name is Zaz. He's crazy in the head, and he's always looking for a fight. Oh boy. And Zavok, I forgot to tell you, he basically is the most evil of them all. He's the most evil. Over there, right underneath Zaz, that's Zor. He's the goth. He's the goth like Zeti. He basically just doesn't give a crap about anything. He just really doesn't give a crap. Over there, the big yellow Zeti, that's Zumo. He's a big fat guy who just loves eating a whole lot. That's all he ever thinks about is eating. He's just sort of stupid. Ugh. Over there, the blue one, that is Master Zig. He's sort of the most smartest and the most wisest of all the Zeti. In fact, he's the one who taught all the Zeti everything that they knew. And last but not least, the only female of their group, it's Xena, the little green one right there. She basically is a sassy type girl who really, really worries about her looks sometimes. But she has to put up with, oh my gosh, she has to put up with 5 guys like that. It's just hard for her. But believe it or not, I actually have Xena as an ally. In fact, she's one of my wives.
Really?
Yeah, she actually is. She really doesn't like being part of the Deadly Six anymore. But all the rest of the Deadly Six, well, I wouldn't exactly call them the Deadly Six anymore, because now that Xena's on my side, I honestly don't know. But anyway, yeah, all the rest are really evil. Xena, she's been helping me defeat them, giving me all their weaknesses and all that other stuff. It's basically really awesome.
Well, I guess it's glad to have an enemy as a friend, I guess.
Yeah, it is true. Didn't you think that Luffy was an enemy? And then you actually became friends with him?
Oh, well, yeah, we really don't like bringing up the past.
Okay, sorry. Anyway, moving on to the next villain. Or villains.
Who are they?
That right there is the Babylon Rogues. A group of thieves. A group of thieves who just basically is always looking for a challenge. Mainly their leader, Jet the Hawk. That's him right there, the Green Hawk. Sometimes me and Sonic like to call him the Green Chicken.
He really does look like a chicken.
Yeah, he does. But anyway, he claims to be the fastest thing alive. So, me and Sonic actually have a rivalry with him. It's just horrible. And anyway, over here, that's his muscle. His name is Storm. He's sort of like the big muscly type. And he's not that bright in the head. So, yeah, that's why he has muscles and not that much brains. Anyway, over there on the bottom, that's Wave the Swallow. She's pretty much the smart one. And she's the inventor of the group. She actually created their getaway vehicles, otherwise known as the Extreme Gear. That's basically what these guys are definitely known for riding on. They ride Extreme Gears, which is basically like a board that hovers. It's okay. I'm just gonna call it a hoverboard. It's just kind of crazy.
What's a hoverboard?
Think of it as like a plank of wood that can float.
Oh, well, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. But anyway, yeah, these guys, they are basically thieves. They just go around Mobius and stealing whatever they want. You'd have no idea how many times me and Sonic had to deal with these guys. Well, not Wave. Wave is one of my wives.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling me about her.
That's right, Hancock. That's her. She's actually really smart. And she actually helps fix up my extreme gear a whole lot. It's actually really good. Anyway, next villain. Oh boy, this guy.
Who's that? He looks like a knight.
That's because he is a knight. That is King Arthur. He's from mine and Sonic's storybook adventures. It's pretty crazy. He basically is the the main villain of Camelot. Basically, okay, have you ever heard of the story about King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table?
Yeah, that's one of our favorite stories.
Well, me and Sonic, we sort of got caught up in that story, and we had to face off against this guy. He's an evil King Arthur. So me and Sonic, we had to defeat him. It was pretty insane, actually. And turns out, after when we defeated him, he was nothing but an illusion. And me and Sonic, we also had to face off against the Knights of the Round Table as well. We had to face off against them as well. But they became our allies soon enough. It was definitely really good. And let me just tell you, if you ever go into that world, it's going to be really interesting because every single character in that world sort of looks like the characters that we have out here. It's basically crazy. And after when we found out that the King Arthur was nothing but a fake, the real villain came out, which was supposedly our friend named Merlina the Wizard. But turns out she just used us to get our hands, so that way she can get Excalibur's scabbard. You know, the cover.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And basically, after when we handed it to her, she revealed her true plan. She wanted to make that world immortal. And once that happened, she became this. She was now known as the Dark Queen. She wanted to make the world immortal, while me and Sonic tried to stop her.
What was the big deal of making your world immortal?
Well, basically, like most things, all worlds must come to an end. And she doesn't want that world to end. And the advice that we told her You just have to live your life to the fullest until the world's end.
Yep, that is really true. That's true. We all have to live our life to the fullest.
You're right, Marigold. You're right. Anyway, we haven't seen her. We haven't dealt with her in a long while because she turned back into Merlina, and we have the scabbard safely. It's locked away tightly. Anyway, take a look at this.
Who is that?
That is the Eraser Djinn. He's another villain that me and Sonic had to face off against in one of our storybook adventures. Basically, okay, do you know the story of the Arabian Nights?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he actually wants to destroy the Arabian Nights. So that way he could become extra powerful. Oh my god. Okay, you also ever heard of Aladdin and the Genie of the Lamp?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's basically the genie that belongs in the lamp. It's pretty complicated, but thanks to me and Sonic, and with a little bit of help from another genie that we had, her name was Shiera. With a little bit of help from her, we actually managed to defeat this guy. And also, I forgot to say this about the Dark Queen and the Eraser Djinn. If it wasn't for those two, me and Sonic, we wouldn't have achieved our new forms. He managed, both of us, from the Dark Queen, after almost dying and getting defeated, we managed to get our Excalibur's form, or our Knight form, whichever one. And as for the Eraser Djinn, if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have gotten our Darkspine forms. Let me just tell you, those forms are definitely really powerful and stuff. But we don't really like using them that much because they're a little bit too overpowered. But anywho, yeah, the Eraser Djinn, he's defeated. We don't have to worry about him anymore.
Well, I guess that's good to know. Man, Flame, some of these villains are definitely crazy.
Uh-huh. Yep, we always had to deal with some crazy villains. Anyway, this is only just half of them. Check this out.
Who is that?
That is Solaris. It's basically a monster who can control both time and space. We had to deal with me, Shadow, and Sonic. We both had to deal with him. We all had to deal with him. Same thing with two other Dragon Hogs, Ice Pick and Spark. We had to deal with him because you see, he was going to destroy the three main parts of time: the past, present, and future. It was basically really crazy. Me and Sonic, we took on the present. We took on the present Solaris. Shadow, he took on the past Solaris. And Silver, he took on the future Solaris. Because, believe it or not, all of them, they actually represent something. Sonic, he represents the present. Silver, he represents the future. And Shadow, he represents the past. So that was definitely something. But anyway, they managed to defeat him.
How in the world did he come to be anyway? That looks like a really powerful villain.
He is actually, but we actually managed to defeat him. But anyway, yeah, how he came to be, it was all thanks to this guy.
Who's that?
That's Mephiles the Dark. He's basically a really, really evil entity who took on the form of Shadow, because in the past, Shadow actually defeated him and sealed him away. It was definitely crazy. But he actually really, really hates Shadow. He really does hate him a whole lot. In fact, get this. This guy actually succeeded in killing me and Sonic.
Oh my. Wait, is he still around?
Yeah, he's still around.
We'll tear him apart.
Well, hold your horses there, guys. Hold your horses there, ladies. But hang on, let me finish the story. But anyway, he did manage to kill me and Sonic. And to tell you the truth, this is just one of the many villains who actually succeeded in something. Because you see, there is only one thing that all the villains have actually tried to do. And that would be kill my brother. But none of them succeeded. except for Mephiles. But anyway, Mephiles, yeah, he was definitely a really reincarnated evil. He was evil incarnate. Ugh. And he killed me and Sonic just so that way he can release the flames.
The flames?
Yeah, he basically wants to bond with this dude named Iblis so that way they can create Solaris. And speaking of Iblis, that's exactly who we're about to talk about.
Who is that?
Sonia, I just said that's Iblis right there. He's basically a fire lava monster who destroyed Silver's timeline. In fact, Mephiles, it's his fault that Silver actually came to the present.
Why?
Because you see, Mephiles made him think that it was Sonic's fault. It was Sonic's fault that Iblis was released. And it was not. It was Mephiles' fault. He just wanted Sonic out of the way because he knew that Sonic was the only person who can defeat him. It was just insane. It was just stupid and crazy. But anyway, yeah, Iblis, he's just a horrible fire monster. He destroyed Silver's future. He destroyed Silver's timeline, which is why Silver, he's actually in the present day now. Which is why people have been asking, why didn't Silver go back to the future? Why isn't he living there? Well, the reason why is because he can't go back, because now that his future is restored, and since he's been in the present for so long, he's now bonded to our timeline, which means if he goes back to the future and stay there, then let's just say there's going to be catastrophic repercussions in our present, because what if an event happens and Silver wasn't there?
I see. Well, that's definitely something.
Yeah, Iblis was the worst villain ever. Horrible, too. Anyway, check this out.
Whoa, who's that? He looks really powerful.
That right there is Infinite the Jackal, one of our most recent villains that we defeated many years ago. You see, Infinite, he was actually known as Zero the Jackal, but after getting defeated by Shadow, and Shadow called him weak, he immediately snapped, and he turned to Eggman for help. And Eggman, he managed to give him that power, thanks to that little gem that's embedded in him, in his chest. That is the Phantom Ruby. It's a powerful gem that actually makes its users create illusions that makes them look so real. Yeah, he's really, really horrible. In fact, if it wasn't for Infinite, he actually started a war against Mobius. It was us freedom fighters against Eggman and Infinite. It was just horrible.
Yeah, well, where was Sonic after all this?
You see, Sonic, he was locked up in the egg carrier. Well, not the egg carrier. He was locked up in the death egg. He was locked up in the death egg for 8 months of torture. They tortured him for 8 months. It was just horrible. But anyway, Sonic, he did manage to break out.
Well, that's good to hear that your brother actually made it out safe.
Yep, no one really knows what the heck kind of torture he endured. But people have been guessing what kind of torture he's been going through. But who knows? But anyway, yeah, Infinite, we don't have to worry about him anymore. Well, he is still around, but we don't really have to worry about him because, guess what?
What?
I took the Phantom Ruby from out of his chest.
Really?
Yeah, it's actually locked up in my safe back at home. Yeah, because I forgot to tell you this, I actually have a safe full of gems and weapons and all sorts of things. I can give you the tour if you want.
We would like that.
But anyway, yeah, I managed to take the Phantom Ruby out of Infinite's chest. And let me just tell you, he was hurting like hell. But But anyway, I did manage to defeat him, and I did tell him it may hurt, but this is the pain that you deserve for all the things you've done to us. It was just crazy, and it was the best victory ever. Anyway, check this out.
Who's that? He looks like Sonic.
Well, that in a way that is Sonic. Well, not really. You see, his name is Scourge. He's basically an evil version of Sonic. You see, he wasn't always green like this. You see, he got that way after absorbing chaos energy from the Master Emerald. After absorbing energy from the Master Emerald, he managed to turn green. It was just horrible. But anyway, yeah, he's an evil version of Sonic. He comes from a world called Mobius, otherwise known as Mobius. It's pretty stupid, where everything is the opposite, where the good guys are bad and the bad guys are good. It's sort of opposite. But luckily, we did manage to. But luckily, Scourge, we don't have to worry about him anymore. He is still alive and everything, but yeah. He actually tortured both me and Sonic and all of our friends. In fact, this guy is so stupid. In fact, if it wasn't for this guy, he actually was the one who broke my poor brother's heart. Because believe it or not, his girlfriend cheated on Sonic with this guy.
Oh, poor Sonic.
Yeah, he was really heartbroken. Not as heartbroken as my little buddy Tails. He actually had a crush on Fiona. That was the girl's name. He actually had a crush on her. And when she was about to leave for Mobius, oh my god, she really scarred him. She really scarred him and hurt him really badly and deeply. She smacked him upside the head.
Ouch!
Yeah, my poor little buddy. He actually really couldn't recover from that. He's still having nightmares about it sometimes. I literally have to go to his workshop and pet him. But luckily Tails is doing good so far. He's actually married and stuff, so yeah, it's basically something. But anyway, yeah, that's Scourge. Scourge, he's just the worst version of Sonic out there. Luckily, I did manage to defeat him. He's actually a really stupid guy. All bark and no bite. That's what we always think of him. Anyway.
Whoa. This guy looks really evil.
Yep, he is evil. His name is Black Doom. He's the leader of an alien race, otherwise known as the Black Arms. You see, believe it or not, the Black Arms, they actually had a part of creating Shadow.
Is that why Shadow's black and red?
Mm-hmm. You see, this guy right here is supposed to be his father.
His father? That's ridiculous.
I thought so too. But believe it or not, like I said, the Black Arms actually had a part in creating Shadow. And the Black Arms was also responsible for destroying almost all of the world. It was just horrible. They were responsible for destroying almost all of the world with their army of monsters and evil creatures and stuff. And Shadow at the time, he was really confused on what to do. Should he fight? He should fight to protect the world. He should fight to destroy the world, or he should just do whatever he wants. That's why in his game, Shadow the Hedgehog, there's multiple different pathways you can do, which is the evil pathway, the normal pathway, and the hero pathway. It's pretty crazy.
Well, it does sound crazy. So, how did Shadow defeat him?
Well, he destroyed this meteor that Black Doom rode in on, and they used the Eclipse Cannon to destroy it. It was definitely something. Anyway, yeah, Black Doom is gone forever.
Well, that's good to hear. 'Cause this guy, he does seem like bad news.
He is bad news. Really bad news. Anyway, good thing we defeated him.
Whoa. This guy, he looks really disgusting and creepy.
That right there is Dark Gaia. He basically is an evil monster who lives in the center of Mobius.
He lives in the center of Mobius?
Yeah, every so often he always comes out. He always comes out, but in the end result, he always leaves the world cracked sometimes. Luckily, me and my brother Sonic, we actually managed to defeat him. We managed to defeat him. And thanks to the positive power of the Chaos Emeralds, because you see, Dark Gaia, he was drawn out from the negative power of the Chaos Emeralds. Well, me and Sonic, we used the Chaos Emerald's positive energy to not only put the world back together, but we also managed to defeat him. It was great. It was great. I mean, we even teamed up with a little guy named Chip. He was known as Light Gaia. In a way, they're sort of opposites. They really hate each other. But anyway, thanks to Chip, we managed to defeat Dark Gaia. And also, if it wasn't for Eggman and the Dark Gaia energy, me and Sonic, we wouldn't have achieved a new form.
What form would that be?
It only happens at night. It's called a werehog form. You ever heard of a werewolf?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's basically what we are. We turn all fluffy and furry and wolf-like at night. It doesn't happen every night. It just happens ever so often. It's pretty crazy. We really don't like using our werehog forms because reason why is because instead of being the fastest, we're the strongest. Because you see, when we're in our werehog forms, we're not fast anymore. We're strong. It's pretty crazy. But anyway, yeah, that's Dark Gaia. Luckily, he's gone now. But we do talk to Chip every so often. Me and Sonic, we do talk to Chip every now and then. He is pretty insane. But anyway, moving on to the next villain.
Who's that?
That right there, that's Dark Oak. He's the leader of a massive army, otherwise known as the Sonicexe. And let me just tell you, if it wasn't for these guys, our friend would not be alive. She would probably be dead.
What friend would that be?
That would be my friend Cosmo. Because you see, the Sonicexe, they were basically Cosmo's species, sort of a plant-like species.
Wow, they almost look like robots.
That's exactly what they kind of are. Anyway, Black Doom, he basically led this whole entire army all around the galaxy to collect things from different planets.
And what would that be?
Planet eggs.
Planet eggs?
Yeah, basically planet eggs are sort of like the hearts of planets. And once they get taken away, the planet will die. Basically, it won't produce any oxygen. The planet won't produce any food. The plants will die, which means life will die. And the Sonicexe, let me just tell you, they really needed to use those planet eggs for something. Not only that, but they also wanted to use the Chaos Emeralds.
Everybody wants to use the Chaos Emeralds.
Trust me, the Chaos Emeralds is known throughout the galaxy, trust me. But anyway, yeah, these guys, they actually messed with my friend Cosmo's brain. You see Dark Oak right here? He actually implanted a surveillance device inside Cosmo's brain. So that way they can see and hear things through Cosmo's ears and eyes.
Oh, poor Cosmo.
Trust me, after when she found out about that, she just felt really, really bad. Because in a way, she sort of led Sonic and me and all of our friends to our doom. It was just crazy. But luckily, we managed to help her out. But the sad news is that, well, now that all the Menorex is destroyed, there is no reason for her to have that thing in her head. But sadly, we can't take it out of her.
Why not?
Well, because it's implanted into her brain. If we take it out, then there might be a chance that she'll die.
Oh.
Yeah, that's pretty much a chance. Yeah, there's pretty much a chance that she'll die if that thing gets, taken out.
Oh, well, I'm sure she's fine now.
Trust me, Cosmo, she's absolutely fine. That little girl, she may be small, but she is tough. She's tough as nails.
Wow.
Yeah, she is amazing. And I can see why Tails actually liked her a whole lot. I can definitely see why Tails likes her.
Oh, so your friend Tails likes her?
Yep, they are actually married, and they're gonna have a baby soon.
Aww.
Yep, that's Tails. And to think, he was just little when he fell in love with Cosmo.
Wow, that's so cute.
Yeah, that's Tails for you. But anyway, moving on to the next villain. And it's a good thing all the Menorex, they're gone. Because if the Menorex were still alive today, oh lord, I don't know what's gonna happen. Anyway, moving on.
Whoa, is that your brother Sonic?
Yes and no.
Which is it? Yes or no?
Yes, that's my brother Sonic, and no, that's not actually him. That's Sonic.exe. He's basically a demon version of Sonic that comes from another universe.
A demon?
Yeah, you see, at that time, Sonic, he was possessed by this evil spirit, where he kinda got possessed by this evil spirit who used Sonic's body to carry out his mission, which was kill and destroy everything and everyone. It was just horrible. But anyway, yeah, so what happened was is that he used Sonic's body to kill everything and everyone, from his family to his friends, everything. And he also turned them into EXEs as well.
Wow.
Yep, that's Sonic.exe for you. And he's just evil. Well, just one of the many versions of EXE that I know.
Wait, there's more?
Yeah, there's more versions of EXE out there. The one that I know is actually good. I actually talked him out of being evil. He's actually a good guy.
Wow, you know you got the way with people.
Yep, I know how to make people do good. But anyway, yeah, he basically just destroyed his whole entire friends and family. And yeah, that's pretty much it. He destroyed his friends and family, and he turned them into EXEs. And so yeah, he just turned them all into EXEs. Luckily he's doing okay. He is a father now, and we don't really have to worry about EXE because I can always call on him for help.
Well, that's good to know that, EXE is actually a good guy.
Mm-hmm. But like I said before, he wasn't always a good guy. Same thing with this guy.
Who's that? What is up with these versions of Sonic?
Calm down, Sarah. Calm down, Sonia. Sorry. I called you Sarah by accident. I was thinking about my wife. Sorry. But anyway, that is Fleetway Supersonic. You see, there was a time where Sonic's super form kinda got out of control, and it turned him into this. This is Fleetway. He's a more crazy version of Sonic. He's more crazy, and also he is made out of pure chaos energy. Well, he's basically Sonic in his super form, but a whole lot more crazier and stronger. I don't really know much about him yet, but I am learning some things about him, but he is just wow. I really, really don't like Fleetway. I really don't like him. Believe it or not, there's actually some people who have forms of Fleetway.
Forms of Fleetway? What does that mean?
Basically, they have a Fleetway form.
Is that anything like your super form?
In a way, yeah, but it only happens with the more angrier we get.
The more angrier you get?
Well, basically, it all depends on if we're in our dark forms.
Dark forms?
Yeah, because you see, there's only two ways for me and Sonic to go into our dark forms. One, we would need massive amount of negative chaos energy, and two, we could just use the dark energy. We could just use energy from the fake chaos emeralds.
There's such thing as fake chaos emeralds?
Mm-hmm. They're basically chaos emeralds that the Sonicexe used. The Sonicexe used them and made them. They're not as powerful as the fake one. They're not as powerful as the real ones, but they do produce enough energy to fool anybody into thinking that they are the real thing.
Wow. How many people got fooled by them?
Many people, including my friend Rouge. She actually thought that this Chaos Emerald that she picked up, she thought it was the real deal, but nope, it wasn't. It actually fell apart on her. It actually fell apart and it shriveled up on her. It was funny. And boy, was she mad. Boy, was she mad. She was so mad that she destroyed the machine that created those those Chaos Emeralds.
Wow, she must have been really mad.
She was, trust me. Don't mess with Rouge when it comes to, don't mess with Rouge when it comes to her jewels. Because Rouge, she loves her jewels. She loves jewels. Yeah. She basically loves treasure hunting and all that other stuff. She basically tried to steal, like I told you, she once tried to steal the Master Emerald. Multiple different times she tried to steal that thing. My god, it's just insane.
How many other villains have you faced off against?
Oh, trust me, there's a lot of them. A lot of villains. Like, for example, her.
Who's that?
That right there is Rosie. She's the evil version of Amy. And let me just tell you, back in the day, she had a massive thing for Scourge. She had a massive thing for Scourge.
Wait, what?
Yeah. You know how Amy, she likes my brother Sonic, right?
Right?
Well, this version is sort of like her, except she's more crazy in the head. She basically has a thing for her version of Sonic, which is basically Scourge. But now she doesn't like him anymore.
Really?
Yeah, she doesn't like him anymore. Yeah, she really doesn't like him anymore. Because now she's with me. Because I'm the one who treats her right. Because believe it or not, Scourge cheated on her multiple different times. So now she's one of my wives, and she's actually really nice and sweet.
Aww, she does seem like a nice girl.
Yeah, she is nice, but be careful what you say around her, because she's more than likely to bash your face in with her hammer.
Oh. Well, you don't have to worry about me.
Huh, yeah. Anyway, this is just insane. Okay, well, anyway, moving on to the next villain.
Whoa. Is that a snake?
Yep, that's a snake. His name is Lyric. He's actually from the Boom universe, but he still sort of counts as one of our villains. Anyway, Lyric, he basically wants to take over the world using his robot army. He wants to take over the world with his robot army. In fact, he actually has the power to control other robots. See that little blue button right there?
Yeah?
That right there is how he controls them. All he has to do is just press it, and then all those robots just, come after you. It's pretty insane. But anyway, yeah, he's actually an ancient. He pretty much, sorta, kinda, You see, he wanted to destroy the world with his evil robots and just destroy everything.
Oh, well, is he gone?
Well, I don't exactly know. I haven't gotten in touch with Boom Sonic in a while. Because you see, Boom Sonic, he actually settled down and had a family with his version of Amy. So yeah, I honestly don't know about Lyric. I don't know his I don't know his whereabouts, but yeah, I honestly don't know where he is.
It's crazy to see a snake actually do this. Yeah, and we're snakes. Yeah.
At least you two have something that Lyric doesn't have.
And that would be?
Sweet and kind personalities. Plus, not to mention, beauty.
Oh, stop that flame. You're making us blush.
Anyway, yeah, that's Lyric. Moving on.
Wait, isn't that your friend Knuckles?
Yeah, at one point, Knuckles, he actually was a villain. Well, a rival towards us. Because, like I said before, Eggman, he actually tricked Knuckles into thinking that we stole the Master Emerald. And when it comes to that thing, Knuckles is no joke. Knuckles is no joke when it comes to that thing. And he's always more than likely going to capture the guy who took it. Like I said, Eggman, he tricked Knuckles into thinking that me and Sonic took it. And from that day forward, me and Sonic, we actually became really, really bad guys. I mean, we became rivals. But luckily, Knuckles, he came to his senses and he actually managed to help us defeat Eggman. He doesn't really like, being with us, but he is a good addition to the team. Cause, it's pretty insane. Like, all he wants to do is just, guard the Master Emerald, but there is always something jeopardizing him from doing that. But anyway, yeah, Knuckles, he was definitely a villain, but now he's one of our best allies. He's the strongest member of Team Sonic. He's the strongest member.
Oh, well, that's good to know that you actually have muscle on your team.
Mm-hmm. He's actually really, really awesome. Anyway, moving on.
Who's that?
That's Silver, the guy I was telling you about.
He was a villain?
Well, in a way, yeah, he was a rival of ours. Because you see, like I said, Silver, he actually was sent back to the present to try and kill me and Sonic because he thought we were responsible for destroying his timeline. So that's why he actually went out there to destroy us. It was definitely insane. But anywho, it was definitely insane. But Silver nowadays, he is a villain now because after when he got married to his wife Blaze and after his birthday, he sort of kind of changed. He changed because you see, he really didn't, because you see, he thought he was getting disrespected by, his wife not doing what he says.
Well, is he still alive?
Yep, he is still alive. Yep, Silver, he is still alive, but not for long, because you see, I'm planning on destroying him. So that before he comes after me and Blaze and all of our other friends.
Oh, well, good luck for that, and I'm pretty sure you can defeat him.
Don't worry, I will. Anyway, check this out.
Wait, isn't that girl Fiona you were telling us about?
Yeah, like I said, she was actually a bad guy. She was the girlfriend of Scourge, and and she actually was Sonic's ex-girlfriend. She's Sonic's ex-girlfriend, and yeah, a little bit awkward. It's pretty insane. But after getting disrespected by Scourge, she's actually one of my wives now, and she is definitely really, really nice now. Believe it or not, she was actually one of the members of the Freedom Fighters, But then she betrayed us and went with Scourge, and now she's back with the Freedom Fighters.
Well, I guess that's good.
Yeah, Fiona learned her lesson. She really did.
Well, I guess that's good.
Yeah, you ought to meet Fiona. She is definitely a really nice person once you get to know her. Anyway, moving on.
Whoa, who are those women?
Oh, those are my teachers. Those are my teachers. They're actually goddesses.
Goddesses?
Yep, right there in the middle, that's Susano, the goddess of thunder and the ocean.
Ooh, she looks interesting.
Yeah, and she's the strongest out of her two sisters. She may be the smallest and youngest, but she is the strongest out of both of them.
Ooh, who's that next to her? The one in the white.
That right there is Amaterasu. She's the goddess of the sun. And she can sometimes be serious, but let me just say, sometimes she does have the mind of a 5-year-old. But she does take her job as goddess seriously.
As she should.
Yeah, but she just likes having fun and all this other stuff. She can be a little bit goofy at times. And over there, in the purple right there, that's Tsuyami. She's the goddess of the moon. And she is really powerful and strong. In fact, she's the smartest one out of the group.
Wow.
Yep. And all three of them are my teachers. They actually gave me my god powers. They taught me everything I needed to know about being a god. It's definitely interesting. And also, their father taught me everything he knew too. In fact, if it wasn't for those gods and goddesses, I wouldn't be the god I am today.
Well, that is really nice.
Yeah. And these girls, they're also my wives as well. I actually am sharing them with their other husband, otherwise known as Sonic.
Wait, I thought you said Sonic was married to Amy.
Oh, no, I'm talking about their version of Sonic. I travel to many different multiverses. They come from a universe where Sonic, he's also a god. It's pretty insane. But anyway, yeah, it's pretty crazy. And it's a little bit complicated, but I'll explain some things on the way back, but while we're on our way to Mobius. Anyway, moving on.
Who's that?
I really don't like talking about this guy.
Who is he?
That's my father.
Your father? He was a villain?
In a way, yeah. Believe it or not, he actually really, really wanted me to follow in his footsteps.
And what's wrong with a father wanting his son to follow in his footsteps?
You would not believe what type of guy this guy is, or this guy was. He basically wanted me to do all this stuff that really, really would piss off my wife and piss me off. Because, you see, he wanted me to start a harem.
But you did.
A marriage harem with, having a whole mess of kids. Well, it was pretty insane. I mean, because I refused to do that, my ancestors were mad at me, he was mad at me, and almost everybody that I knew that was into that stuff mad at me, because I was sort of kind of betraying my family culture. Ugh.
Ouch. That must have been hard for you.
Trust me, Marigold, it was. But I had no choice but to destroy my father. I killed him off planet. I killed him.
Well, at least he's no longer in your life anymore. And he's not there to hurt you, right?
Right. I do have to say one thing about the man, though. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. But, again, I really, really hate this guy. I hate him. I'm getting a little bit sleepy.
Aww.
Yeah, but it's okay. I can still continue the story. But anyway, yeah, my dad, he was the worst. Moving on.
Whoa. Who's this guy?
That's Nazzo. He's another villain. You see, he was actually born by negative chaos energy stored up in the Chaos Emeralds. And you see, he actually wants to absorb enough energy as possible from the Chaos Emeralds and, believe it or not, the Master Emerald. But because he can't absorb energy from the Master Emerald, he wants to destroy it. He wants to destroy the world and the Master Emerald, all because he can't absorb it.
Well, ain't that childish?
In a way that is sort of childish, but yeah, that's Nazzo. But believe it or not, he actually feeds off of negative chaos energy. He feeds off of it, and with the more negative chaos energy he gets, the more stronger he gets. It's just crazy. Believe it or not, Nazzo, he was actually going to be Sonic's super form. But nope, not anymore. But now that rejected super form is now its own person. And let me just tell you, he is just really, really horrible in so many ways. But anyway, yeah, me and Sonic, and along with Shadow, we actually managed to defeat him. Because, believe it or not, we actually managed to pull off a special move not many people knew that we could do.
And that would be?
Fuse.
Wait, you guys can fuse together?
Mm-hmm. It's really something.
Yeah, I've never experienced fusion. And I never seen fusion before either.
Well, trust me, my brother Sonic and Shadow, they can achieve fusion. And believe it or not, their fusion can actually defeat Nazzo. They fused into Shattuck, a fusion based off of them.
Quite interesting.
Yep, it's basically crazy. But anyway, yep, that's Nazzo.
Is that who I think it is?
Yep, that's Eggman. He should have been number 1 for the villains, but yep, throughout the century, me and Sonic have been facing off against this fat man for generations. For generation after generation, we've been facing off against this guy. And let me just tell you, this guy has been a pain in our asses since day 1.
What does he do?
Like I told you, he wanted to destroy the place with his evil robot army. Well, not destroy it, he wants to take it over. He wants to take over our world, all thanks to his robot army. And yet, he's still yet to succeed. And I don't think he is ever going to succeed, because newsflash, how are you going to succeed at something you never achieved? But anyway, yeah, Eggman, he is definitely one of our main villains. He really, really, and I repeat, really tries really hard to try and defeat me and Sonic, but he yet to succeed. And I don't think he is ever going to succeed in destroying me and Sonic or taking over this world. But believe it or not, now Eggman's good.
How is Eggman good? I mean, you told us that, he's evil and everything. He wants to destroy the place.
Well, yeah, that is true. He does want to destroy the place, but he actually turned good now that he knows that all these crazy baddies want to destroy the place. And he was like, what's the point of me trying if I'm just going to fail? And also, what's the point of me continuing if this is just going to keep continuing? So I'm just going to give up. That's pretty much what happened. He just gave up and decided to fight for the good guys. And he said, and he's basically the definition of, hey, if you can't beat him, join him. And that's basically what he did. He couldn't defeat me and Sonic, so he decided to join us for the fight for good.
Well, I guess that's good.
Yeah, but we're keeping a close eye on him. You'll never know when Eggman might go back to his evil ways.
Oh, I would definitely want Eggman to go back to his evil ways so that I can beat the living daylights out of him.
Oh, trust me. You would definitely want to you would want to definitely beat the living snot out of Eggman. Because trust and believe me, Eggman does definitely need it. He needs a good whooping. And, yeah, it's pretty insane. Anyway, yep, that's Eggman.
Is that Shadow again?
Well, yes, that's actually Boom Shadow. He's actually the Shadow from another universe who is more edgy than my version of Sonic. I mean, than my version of Shadow. He's more edgy.
More edgy?
Yep, that's basically him. That's basically him. He's really, really edgy. In fact, so edgy that he actually defeated Sonic a couple of times. And they actually teamed up But believe it or not, they really, really don't like each other. They really don't. So, yeah, he's really, really edgy. And that Shadow, he pretty much has all the same things like my Shadow does, except for one thing, he doesn't use a gun, and he doesn't know anything about the Chaos Emeralds.
Well, at least he doesn't know anything about them.
Yeah, that's a good thing he doesn't. Anyway, next.
Who are those two goobers? They look really weird.
Yeah, that's Sleet and Dingo. They were once Eggman's right-hand men back in the day during the Sonic Underground. They were bounty hunters trying to capture us. But luckily, they just fail multiple different times. They failed, and they're never gonna get us. I never actually heard from Sleet and Dingo in a long while. They're probably still in jail. But anyway, yeah, Sleet, he's basically the smartest out of the two. Dingo, he, in a way, sort of had a thing for my sister, which was just gross. Ew. Ugh. But anyway, yeah, those two, they're bounty hunters, and I would like to see them try and capture us now that we're 10 times stronger. And last villain. Whew. Sorry it's been Sorry this has been so long. Anyway, this is the last villain. That's Movie Knuckles. He's basically from the movie universe. He's from the movie universe where Sonic, he actually has to face off against him. And it's just pretty insane. I don't know much about Movie Knuckles yet, but the only thing I know is that, man, he could pack a punch. See these two scars on my chest? He actually gave me them. And yeah, those were all the villains that we faced off against.
Wow, you actually have been through so much back in Mobius.
Yep, trust and believe me. We actually do face off against a lot of villains. That's why we always have to keep on our guard, because you'll never know when Eggman or any other villain might strike. So, yeah, that's all of our villains. Well, not all, just some of the villains.
Wow, like I said before, you really do face off a lot of people.
Trust and believe me, we do. It's pretty insane. But we're always keeping our guards up. So you girls still looking forward to going to Mobius?
Mm-hmm. Because I really want to face off against some of those people.
Trust me, you would love to face off against those people.
Well, we soon will once we get to Mobius.
Cool. I'm surprised none of you are scared.
Scared? Why would we be scared?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Well, anyway, we still have a long journey ahead of us, so we might as well sit back and get comfortable. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do.
Oh, our little Flamey is really tired, girls.
Yeah, I am tired. I guess maybe we can take a nap for a little while before we head back. Hancock, what day do you think we'll be able to head back to Mobius?
By my calculations, we should be back at Mobius by Wednesday.
Perfect. This will be a perfect time to just sit back and relax. Yeah, and to all you Sonic villains out there, you better beware, because I have a whole army of girls with me. And I got this whole ship too, so be ready.